imagine if we can save 10% every year, what we could do with this money. It's absolutely incredible. But we don't talk only about negative peace, we have positive peace as well. So the Institute highlights 8 positive pillars, like well-functioning government, sound business environment, access to education, of course, low level of corruption, free flow of information and freedom of speech, equitable distribution of resources, and acceptance of the rights of others. So these are foundational pillars for keeping the positive peace. And if we do a little research, and if we try to mirror the areas of focus of Rotary and the pillars of positive peace, except the nomination, which is different, I believe that there's a good overlap in those areas that makes the partnership with the Institute stronger and meaningful. So how can we foster positive peace? We have just 2 ways. First of all, we need either to stimulate the whole ecosystem, so have the 8 pillars, working on them, making sustainable changes, because that will deliver a long-term impact. And the second one is targeting and identifying 1 or 2 weak pillars from this ecosystem, working on those pillars, and hopefully the system will recover. And luckily, there's Rotary to help. We have an entire history of peace building behind us. Rotary basically participated in 1945 to the Charter of United Nations Conference. We have the Rotary Peace Centers that train more than 1,800 peace fellows that already are spread across 140 countries. And we also finance, through our district and global grants, positive peace projects. And last but not least, we have an army of 1.4 million Rotarians that are doing great things with local impact, and this impacts basically the peace index. And yes, last but not least, we have a peace conference in Turkey next year, which I urge you to register, because our president, Stephanie Ercik, will lead that, and I do believe that important decisions will be taken there. And of course, not to miss all the wonderful treats that Istanbul will offer us. And I'm a very big fan of Turkish food. And my last thought to you would be the change you want to see in the world. Let's help us collectively build a better world, because peace is important for us and for our children. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vlad. You're really a peace builder. Thank you very much. I would like to inform you that this institute is live broadcast on our Zone Public Image YouTube channel. So we are going live. And now we have opportunity to learn something about protection of the environment. So I'm inviting and present you immediate past chair of Environment Sustainability Rotary Action Group, Yaşar Adaçık from District 2420. Yaşar, stage is yours.
Thank you. Welcome. Back in the 80s and 90s, if you remember, when we talk about environment, it was mostly about air pollution, water pollution, or erosion, or planting trees. We didn't talk about climate change. But then, since the year 2000, we have been hearing more and more about climate change, and we thought it belongs to the future. So we thought we have to protect the future. So in several of my presentations, I use this picture of my grandchildren to indicate that we have to be watching for the future. But then things have changed. And when we come to the years, close of these years, we have been observing many and many environmental events. So it is changing all the time. I prepared weeks ago, but if I prepare this week, I would put something else. I would put, for example, Hurricane Helen here, or the disasters that is lived now uh, in Bangladesh, where about 1,000 people died. So this is happening over and over again. So why are these things happening? What is causing, and how are we having these changes in the climate? So I'm going to talk about how this happens, and I apologize from those of you who already knows why the world is warming. So we have a very unique planet Earth, and it has an atmosphere, and that keeps the Earth warm. It's a very thin cover for the Earth that keeps the temperatures in the Earth between, let's say, -70 and positive 70 degrees centigrade. Unlike Moon, which is very cold, or unlike Mars, which is very hot. So we have a very unique planet. And over time, this has been the case until the advent of steam engine. With the advent of steam engine, then we started using coal. Then later came petroleum, and with the petroleum, more gasoline started to be consumed. Then came the natural gas, and now we are putting about 50 billion tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere every year. 50 billion tons. So this is accumulating, and as it accumulates, the cover becomes thicker and thicker. And so the inside, the Earth, becomes warmer. So over the last 100 years or so, the Earth has warmed about 1 to 1.5 degrees. And in this graph, there are two things. The bars show the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is measured as ppms. And the other is the line, which is the temperature on the Earth. So as you can see, there's a very clear correlation between the two. As the concentration of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases, the temperature of the world has also increased. And if you notice, since 1960s, it has been accelerating. The temperature increase has been accelerating. So this means the world is warming, and since the world is warming, you may remember back in 2015 in Paris there was a big meeting, there was an agreement signed by the countries, Paris Climate Agreement, where they decided to limit the increase in the temperatures to 2 degrees and even to 1.5 degrees. And for 1.5 degrees, it requires that the emissions has to go to zero by 2050. We have to reduce the emissions, the 50 billion, if you remember I mentioned, that has to go to zero. That's a very big challenge. That's a really important thing. And that also requires that in the intermediate, by 2030, we have to halve the emissions. So we have a very difficult situation. As these things happen, it has been affecting people. And United Nations recently had a major survey in 77 countries with 73,000 people. And what that showed is that more people are worried about the environment. 80% want their governments to do more, and more people are worried about the future generations than today. So it's not only these. As you know, there is the World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum, identifies major risks every year. And they have identified climate and extreme environmental events as one of the top risks for the next 10 years. And not only that, a body in Stockholm has identified that the world will lose about 20% of its growth just because of this existing situation. Even if we stopped, any carbon dioxide, it will still go down by 20%. And maybe, in the United States, for example, some of the insurance companies have stopped insuring certain properties in, for example, Florida or in certain parts of California. So it is mostly other people, everybody is going to be affected. And finally, on this, until now, you may have heard that the youth is concerned about the future. Now, this survey shows that it's not only the youth. Older people, grown-ups are also worried as much about the climate change. So what are the scientists telling us? The scientists are telling us the climate change is happening now. It's serious. There are solutions. There is hope, but it's urgent. We have to take action. And last year in July, Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, said, leaders must lead. No more hesitation, no more excuse, no more waiting for others to move first. There's simply no more time for that. And when you talk about leadership, this comes to Rotary as well. Rotary has done things. For example, they added protecting environment as the last area of focus back 3 or 4 years ago. Then our clubs started doing projects on environment, and also Rotary started funding global grants to projects. And this is the list of projects, global grant projects that were done in our region. As you can see, it is increasing. The number of projects are increasing, but it's very small. And we have to increase. Both Rotary International and also the foundation are calling us to increase our projects, global grant projects, in these two areas. And finally, we are leaving all these in SRAG. SRAG is the Environmental Sustainability Rotary Action Group. It's about a 2,000 member action group. We have been worrying about this, and about 2.5 years ago, to be precise, in February 2022, we established a climate roadmap working group. This working group has been working on the issues, every other week. It's a very hard work. And we developed some goals, and these, over time, these have been evolved, and we finally came up with these 4 goals, which are quite aligned with the action plan of the Rotary International. So what are they? First, we have to increase our impact, and increasing our impact calls for leadership. So leadership, we connected with the Rotary International leadership, and we are talking on certain things, and we have hosted many of the Rotary leaders for the last 1.5 years. And just for this year, for example, we hosted Mark Maloney in April, and we hosted Mario Cesar in May, the president-elect, and finally we hosted Hans-Hermann Kasten just this Monday in our working group, Climate Rotary working group. We both told them about our work and also we consulted and took their opinion and incorporated them into here. So we have, the first one is increase our impact. Second, we have to work with the clubs. So that's, we are engaging with clubs and we have some campaigns. One of the campaigns is we want them to be putting panels, solar panels. We have 1 million solar panels. So can I ask you, how many people have solar panels on their houses or summer houses or businesses? So there are some, but I think we have to grow this many more, and we have to lead. And also we have a campaign with the clubs and asking them to be climate friendly. Third, we have to expand our reach. We are in contact with several external bodies. And finally, we have to adapt to the changing, and that means also the finances, where our money is being invested, that's important. So we are watching for this, and in line with that, SRAC has moved most of its money from a big American bank to a green bank, which invests only in solar panels. So, this is my last slide. So, in summary, the climate change is happening. It's urgent, and there are solutions, and we have to take action. We can start talking about climate change. That's the number one. And what is to be done? SRAG invites Rotary International to commit to being net zero emissions by 2040, as most countries and major corporations have committed to reducing their emissions to zero by 2050. So we also have to do that. The next two items are what Rotary has done for DEI. For DEI, there's a policy. We need a climate change policy for Rotary International and a task force. And finally, we have to develop a transition plan to net zero world, as many countries and corporations and several bodies are engaged with. Transitioning to a net zero is something that we have to be working and planning. So if you need help, we are here. SRAC is ready to help you, and I have some print version of a summary of one page. What is the situation? You can take it from here, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Yashar. We really learned something about environment protection. Thank you so much. Dear friends, we have a coffee break now for 25 minutes, and we will start 10 minutes after 11, so please take care about time. See you soon. Thank you so much for joining us. We have another interesting panel right now, and the topic of the panel is doing good in the world. So this is Rotary topic, actually. We are doing good in the world, and moderator of this panel, Mali Levy, will show us how and lead us. Welcome, Mali. And the panelist, immediate past district governor from District 2440, Ida. Welcome. And past district governor, assistant regional Rotary Foundation coordinator, Ovidiu Banget, 2241. Welcome, Ovidiu.
Thank you so much. Please sit here.
Hello there. Oh, no. Here.
Good morning, Rotary family. It's so great to see you all. Doing good in the world, doing good for the world is the glue that connects all of us in our community, in our clubs, in the district, and in the world. And now we have a fantastic session with my dear friends, Ida, another one, Ida, past district governor, and Ovidiu from Romania, past district governor and ARRFC. And now I have a question. Who knows what are the numbers behind me? Can someone say something about the number? 830 million, 47 million. Who knows the numbers? No one knows the numbers? What are the meanings of the numbers? Okay, no clue. Okay.
The amount of donations into the Rotary Foundation.
No, Rashid, no.
I wish.
You wish, but it's more. It's even more. Because every year, Rotarians around the world are doing more than 47 million hours of handwork that are reported in my Rotary, and it equivalent to $850 million. Almost $1 billion a year, because there are clubs that are not reporting. So be proud, and we are proud, and I am proud of Rotarian because of all of you. Thank you so much. And now we shall start with our first question to the panelists. Ovidiu and Ida. Ida will start. What does it mean for you, doing good for the world? Ida, please.
For me, doing good is doing everything with your heart, with your soul, with every cell of your part within your body. Doing good for Rotary is making a positive impact. But it often seems like we measure the success with numbers. We talk about dollars we have spent, we have talked about the children we have vaccinated, we have talking about the contributions we have made, and we are talking about the hours that we have spent in our Rotary life. But what about emotions? What about doing good to the others? Is doing good really just about numbers? Yes, we have so many numbers here. And when I asked to AI, which is very popular nowadays, what is doing good for Rotary? They just threw these kind of things, especially what clean water, and especially for the vaccination and polio. Thank God that we are Rotarians and we're still doing good. It's according to AI. But according to me, what is doing good in the world? How about bridging cultures? What about alleviating loneliness and despair and creating hope and bringing the magic? Let me tell you a story about a little girl that I met in the earthquake zone. I would like to introduce you to Aisha here. I just closed her image because of my concern about children. During one of our regular visits in the earthquake zone, we were distributing some winter clothing to the children. Aisha, who was 2 or 3 years old maybe, was looking her mama. She got lost in the crowd. She came to me crying without saying any Turkish word and held my hand. She didn't know me. However, in that crowd, I was the only one that she had trusted. I bended down to my knees, looked her in the eye, and assured that we're going to find your mama. Finally, we found her mama. She was also crying, frightened. She thought that her little girl, was kidnapped. Aisha, as soon as she got her mama, just gave me a big hug, which I was stunned a little bit because we were told that because of the hygiene and some kind of diseases around, infections, diseases, we had to be away from the people that the victims of the earthquake zone. But as a mama, as a mother, how could I resist a little girl? Nothing could have stopped me and gave her a bigger hug. And suddenly, she whispered to my ear with little Turkish and with a little, palto. You know, I want to be like you. You made everyone smile here today, and you gave me a day that I will never forget.
Thank you, Aida. Thank you so much.
One last question, the sentence. Doing good is making people smile, happy, just because you are there. Make them live a great day that can never be forgotten.
Thank you. We are speaking all day from morning about the smiling. And it's so important to smile and to get smile back. This is our biggest benefit. Ovidio, please.
Thank
the
you.
Same question. What does it mean for you doing good for the world?
Thank you, Mali. It's a great honor to be here in Belgrade with a lot of friends, with my classmate, PDG, DGE, also the Rotary readers. Yes, coming back at your questions briefly, doing good in the world for me means generating education. Yes, I believe that there are many ways to do good in the world, but the important thing is to set out this, to do good in the world and act in doing good. But in my opinion, I consider the most important and easy way to act is to educate, to generate context of education, to be a model, to be the mentor in area focus of education. Education is more to going to school, more that building education is also knowledge in all its form, Education is soul and passion. King Ferdinand of Romania said it's more than 100 years ago, at the occasion of the inauguration of the Polytechnical University of Timișoara, is my home city, that it is not all the make a school, but the spirit that reign within it. For this reason, I believe that an individual can make a positive impact in the world, understand the needs, and act accordingly. In this context, our district 2241 has a project named Education for New Generation, through which we encourage the club to write and apply to district grant competition. In fact, district financing with maximum an amount fixed, and the club must co-finance it with the same amount in minimum. Projects are dedicated especially to the young people and the children in financial education, career guidance, training for teacher, first aid, diversity and equity education, also equipment for school in rural area, or smart technology.
Thank you, Ovidio, so much. You know, I am standing here as a leader, behalf of a teacher that believe in me in a very, very tough childhood. And this is education. I will ask you the second question, and Ovidio, you will start. What kind of meaningful example you will like to share with us?
Yes, I can give a lot of examples.
Not a lot, but we are limited.
yes, I try to give an example. As you know, our district 2241 included Romania and the Republic of Moldova. Romania is member of European Union, and Republic of Moldova not yet. Yes, and important people, part of young people from Republic of Moldova come to study in Romanian University, including also my university, West University of Timișoara. The cost of bank transfer of some amount are not smaller. It's some years ago, I don't remember what, when I was contacted on Messenger as a young man who asked me if could and I would pay his faculty registration fee, because he would have had to pay in additional big fee, big charge, bank charge. I did that. I paid, but few days later I received a lot of message to pay this fee for other young people from Republic of Moldova as well. The amount is not very important, but the number of people is that young man, as told, come at the faculty. I meet him. He thanked me and wanted to return the money. Is more or less €10. I told him that was not the case to return money, and that he should return me only he received his first salary after finishing the faculty. This is what happened. He finished the bachelor degree, master degree, got a job in a multinational company, and came when he received his salary and to return the money. He gave me it to me, but what surprised me is the fact that he told me that being in Romania following my model, he paid the registration fee for many young people from Republic of Moldova and help them in any situation.
Thank you.
Overall, I must mention that in my faculty the top 10 students are more or less 3-4 from Moldavia. Now Mihai, because this is the name, actually become a Rotarian without even know it, because Rotarian doing good for the world always.
Thank you, Ovidio. Small amounts of money make so big change in the world. Thank you, Ovidio. Please, Aida, on the same question, what kind of meaningful examples you would like to share with us?
First of all, we as Turkish Rotarians really would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to our foundation and all those clubs and districts for their remarkable act of generosity. We would like to show you how Rotary has left the indelible mark on our community and the countless lives we strive to impact. Immediately after following the big earthquake, the primary focus was on saving lives and ensuring the safety of the survivors. Providing immediate shelter, food, water, medical supplies were of utmost importance in the aftermath of an earthquake. Rotary tents were there after a couple of days, used as emergency shelters. We had categorized the community needs in 4 areas: sheltering, education, healthcare, and economic development. Sheltering victims, doctors, teachers, which are very essential to the earthquake zone. We built vocational schools, elementary schools, lodging for teachers, mobile clinics. We have distributed seedlings for women farmers and soil analysis machines just to stop migration from the rural areas. It is through selfless acts like Rotary that we are reminded of the immense power of one person's actions to create ripples of positivity and influence far beyond what we could have ever envisioned. Your benevolent donations have ignited a powerful way of hope and transformation. Through your generosity, you have provided us with the essential resources necessary to achieve our mission and drive change in the communities we serve.
Thank you, Aida. Thank you. So interesting to see all the projects that are made by your district. And now to the last message. What is the last message you want to share with our fantastic Rotarians?
I watch at the time only
You watch
2 minutes. Oh, we have 7. Okay.
7 minutes.
No.
it's not
For him, it's 2. Okay.
2 minutes.
Ovidio,
Two
we
sentences.
have 2 sentences and to
Im-
close. Yeah.
Imagine you can create hope in the world. That because Rotary is magic. Invest in education because education is the safest investment and with the higher interest.
Thank you. Aida, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the last sentence. Love it. Yes, Aida, what is your last sentence?
Have you discovered happiness in the world? Or has anyone found it because of your presence in the world? We are not able to solve all the problems. However, optimism is a choice. Kindness is a choice. Attitude is a choice. Doing good is a choice. The choices we make indeed shape who we are. And becoming a Rotarian is a wise choice that reflects a genuine desire to create a better world for all. Can you open the sound, please?
And the sound, please.
Of being good in our zone 21A and 21B. We cannot hear the sound, no sound.
Hello?
Thank you.
He received the send a photo. The classmates.
Okay, we were speaking about teamwork in the beginning.
The
Ah.
microphone.
You have to switch. Okay. We were speaking about teamwork in the morning, and we had excellent teamwork for this presentation. So thank you so much listening, and let's do a lot of doing good work in the world. Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you very much. You were so kind, stay in time limit, so I'm so grateful. Thank you. So, all of you knows about connection between Rotary and USAID, but how these two organizations working together, we will find out from the USAID representative, Mrs. Naida Zečević. Mrs. Naida Zečević, please join me at the stage.
Hi, good morning. I'm here on behalf of United States Agency for International Development and U.S. government. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I really appreciate that you have invited us to be a part of this important event. I represent USAID Serbia here, and we're also thrilled that you have chose Belgrade as a host city for your event. It's as you have seen probably so far, an incredible cosmopolitan city that has everything to offer that is Balkan. So you will truly understand the Balkans when you come to Belgrade. I'm here as I was introduced, part of USAID for a very specific reason. We work very closely together, and there is a story behind that that really brings us together, and that is localization. Working with local communities on local priorities and on local projects. So although we are obviously an international agency, we work globally on behalf of US government, but we prioritize working actually locally. We work with local partners, with private sector, with civil society organizations, of course with the governments as well. And I think that is really what has brought us together, because that is how Rotary works locally through your local chapters at the ground, trying to solve issues that are priorities for the citizens right there. So recognizing the power of this model, in 2019, USAID and Rotary Foundation launched the Rotary Hearts of Europe initiative. And we've seen here in Serbia just how many projects we have done together. We have invested 1.7 million of joint funding towards these local projects. And for example, here in Serbia, the Hearts of Europe program has been supporting 10 projects with a total investment of, so far, of $800,000. Few examples here to highlight. One is aimed to help preschools during the COVID-19 pandemic. When we saw a Rotary Club of Bor partner with Pittsfield Rotary Club in Massachusetts. And together they provided digital equipment to 26 kindergartens and preschools and trained 52 educators to actively integrate this technology in their classrooms. In another inspiring initiative, I think I finally figured out how to work the mic, the Rotary Club of Senata teamed up with the Rotary Club of Savannah, Georgia, to strengthen the tech education in Serbia. They provided 500 MBOTs to 100 schools across the country and trained 200 teachers to incorporate robotics into their curricula. During pandemic, Serbia faced one of the highest infections in the region. That's when the Rotary member from Čačak, Serbia, and Austin, Texas, responded by providing crucial equipment for rapid COVID-19 testing in Čačak. This contribution enabled healthcare professionals to more effectively manage the crisis and save lives. So while our mission director, Brooke Isham, could not be here today, she has been personally involved in the Rotary Clubs of Europe and herself participated in the handover of the digital equipment to the preschools in Bor, which continues to be inspired by energy, dedication, and impact of Serbian Rotarians. And I finally want to say that I too have a personal Rotary story. I was in United States as an exchange student during the 90s wars in the Balkans, and it was my Rotary Club in Essex that has supported me throughout my college education in United States, and to whom I am forever grateful. I would not have been here today with you if it wasn't for the Rotary Club in Essex, Maryland. So thank you very much. And good luck, enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful time in Belgrade and you have a very successful event. And we look forward to our future collaboration. Thank you.
Dear Mrs. Zečević, thank you very much and for all efforts that you have done. Now we have one interesting panel again, and this is how to better welcome young leaders in Rotary. I think this is maybe the most important topic because young leaders is the future of our organization. So the moderator will be Assistant Rotary Public Image Coordinator Maria Mastora from District 2478. And we will have also past District Governor Hristo Mihailovsky from District 2482. Then 4 Rotary actors. Anna Atanasina, also from District 2482. Mina Vasovic-Markovic from the Domestic District. Strahinja Radovanovic from 2483. And Tijana Ristic from 2483. I would like to announce that Tijana is the first Rotary actor in the world ever who is elected to be chair-elect of Peace Action Group. Welcome all of you. Stage is yours.
Another 2 chairs. Another 2.
Strahinja, please bring one more chair, please.
It's okay, we can.
Yes.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
So, good morning from us as well, dear Rotary International President Stephanie, dear TRF and past President Jennifer, dear Rotary leaders, protocol respected, my dear friends. We are here, Christo, Anna, Mina, Tijana, and Stratinia, to talk to you about a very important issue, which is our Rotaractors, our young leaders, and how we can attract more Rotaractors in Rotary. So the floor is to Christo, who will... Oh, sorry.
I have microphone.
No. Here we are.
Okay,
The
good
floor
morning.
is to Christos.
It's really great to be here today with so good friends. We will start our presentation with some numbers, and you will see here, unfortunately you cannot see very well, but you can see the numbers of the Rotarians and the numbers of the Rotaractors. These data are taken from a Rotary International webinar held on August 2024, and it's called the State of Membership. And I would invite everybody to join this and to look at this webinar. You can see here that the members of the Rotary members since July 2023 to July 1st, 2024 were decreased by 19,000 people approximately. And if you look at the data of the Rotaractors, we'll see that from for this period of time, the number had decreased with 48,000. The decrease of the number of Rotarians is approximately 1.7%, while the decrease of the number of the Rotaractors is nearly 40%. So this is really a very alarming numbers. Also, Rotary International gave information that the number of Rotary members up to 40 years is only 8% of total numbers. So what should we do? These are worldwide numbers, but if we look, what is the source? If we look at Eurostat numbers for Europe only, we know that the population in Europe is approximately 445 million people. Again, Eurostat says that the population of people between 15 years old and 24 is approximately 11%. In some countries it's a little bit more, but on average it is 11%. That means that we have young people, approximately 45 million. So this is a great source. Of course, this is the ideal picture, but we live in an environment which is competitive. For example, in District 2482, we have more than 2,000 NGOs, and we compete. We have pretty much similar projects. We have pretty much similar ideas, so it is competitive environment. So these are the alarming numbers, but I would like to give the floor to Maria to say what actions we should take to use this huge potential which we have. Please, Maria.
So, the importance, we are talking about the importance of Rotaract for Rotary. Is Rotary important? Is Rotaract important for Rotary? Absolutely. Because Rotaract is Rotary. Rotaract is the future of Rotary. It brings continuity, evolution, and progress. Rotaract plays a vital role in the broader Rotary organization for several reasons. It attracts young leaders which help to ensure the future of Rotary, as younger members bring fresh new ideas, innovative solutions and perspectives, help Rotary to adapt to modern issues and to ensure the sustainability of our organization. Rotaract provides members with opportunities to develop leadership skills through community service, project management, and networking. This experience is invaluable for personal and professional growth. Rotaract clubs engage in meaningful service projects, often addressing local and global issues. Their work reinforces Rotary's efforts and amplifies the impact on communities. Rotaract connects members with Rotary and other Rotaractors worldwide, creating a global network of young professionals. These can lead to collaborations and friendships and strengthen Rotary's community and collaborative efforts. Rotaract serves as a stepping stone to Rotary membership. With their transition into Rotary clubs, they contribute to membership growth and bring their energy and commitment to our organization. It is crucial, it's a crucial component that helps Rotary remain relevant, dynamic, and impactful in today's changing world. It helps to ensure the continuity and growth within Rotary. And now, the floor is to Mina. Now you open it. No.
The mic is not working.
Now.
Try it. You're the lady.
I'm going to speak about the expectations that young inclusion and respect. I think if we speak about mentorship and guidance, it is expected from Rotaractors if we speak in a sense of coming to a Rotary Club, that Rotarians are offering mentorship and guidance both in their professional and leadership development. But if we think about Rotarians as very professional in their field of work, that should be easy. They have a lot to say and to offer to young people in networking, in advices in their career path, even in advices in their life skills. So that's, I think, the easy part. Then it is for sure that Rotary clubs should offer an opportunities to grow. Coming from a Rotaract to a Rotary club, Rotaractors expect to work in a large-scale projects, much bigger funds, bigger results, and they can learn there a lot. Of course, they expect to be included in the decision-making process in that project, not to be only the logistical part of them. I think very important is to emphasize that Rotaractors or young professionals now coming to Rotary should be treated as equals, and that their perspectives and energy should be valued for that. And I think we have been a long way in this field. I have my personal story to tell you. I have been a member of Rotaract Club Beograd, the oldest Rotary club in our district, from 2009. And back then, all that we did as a part of Rotary, our sponsor Rotary Club, was helping at the entrance with the guest list, with tickets. It was a huge thing doing lottery preparations and being a lottery ladies, but all those tasks weren't very challenging, but that's what we did back then. And I have to say that we have come a long way, and 9 years later, Rotary Club Beograd and Rotary Club Beograd organized together one great charity ball in Royal Palace, and they really did it together. It was a Rotaract idea. What happened in between? I think a lot of talks and a lot of panels and happened. We get to know each other better. And I have to emphasize that Rotaract Club Beograd did one great project. It's an international conference for 70 participants from all 5 continents, Rotary Global Model United Nations, where I think we proved that we can do much, much more than what we expected. And that would be my message that I want to deliver today. Rotaract is an unstoppable force. It is a great school for a lot of skills, and don't underestimate us. Preparing for this panel, I find many sources telling, okay, yes, Rotaractors or young Rotarians and Rotarians can do projects together because young people is very good in social media. No, include them, give them the opportunity, and you will be amazed of what they can do. Because we are the best together. We are whole together, the young and a bit elderly.
Thank you. Can you change the slide? Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you. I'm Anna Tanasova from Bulgaria. And as you can see, I'm going to talk about how to attract young people in Rotary. There is many ways, but I want to focus on 5 of them. First, we should make more projects on topics that are common for young people, like environment, like mental health, like personal development, and so on. Like that, they will be more passionate about our projects. Secondly, we could give them more opportunities to be leaders of our projects, to have more responsibilities in them. Like that, they will grow personally, and also they will learn more about that experience. Thirdly, like we all know, young people are always very busy. So our Rotary clubs should think about different opportunities for meetings like remote one or hybrid one or whatever. I'm pretty sure that young people will find time to participate in these meetings. Also, we know that financial barrier could be something for young people to participate in Rotary clubs. That's why we should think about low-cost participations for these members. Like that, they will feel more welcomed. And lastly, I want to talk about respect. If you respect their ideas, their time, their efforts, I think they will be more engaged and they will be part of our Rotary family. Thank you very much. I'm giving the floor for the other directors.
No, now the other.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. May I ask Rahimia to say us what he thinks, how we can attract young leaders, Rotarians in Rotary?
Thank you so much for having me. I will definitely answer your question. Well, there is one very important word that speaker before me said, respect. And remember that word after this session. So Tiana and I came here today to hear that two of us were added to the panel much later than the others. And you know, that's not actually the way how Rotary should deal with Rotaract. We need that you look at us the same way as you look people in Rotary, and to have that level of respect. I used to be in Rotaract as a part, I was charter president of Rotaract Club Belgrade Global. Right now, I'm actually the youngest president of Rotary Club in our district. Since I entered Rotary when I was 20, I'm 24 right now, and I am the president of Rotary Club. And we work very well, and I think that my club, like their biggest success, is that we have great level of that intergenerational communication and cooperation, which should be the most important part of our organization. I really think that's the most important thing. It didn't used to be like that. In 2018, I was a district Interact representative at the time. I remember there was a district conference at the end of the Rotary year, and I remember seeing that there will be at the beginning speeches of district governor and district Rotaract representatives. For the whole year, we were telling people how Interact is important for our society, for our organization, and then at the end, on the official agenda, there is no interactor speaking. So I sat down, I wrote very nice email, dear governor, I think that Interact should be represented over there. And after that, we were added. From that moment on, we really had a great cooperation with the district, with everyone, because they realized how important young people in Rotary is. So just the bullet points for you: respect, treat us as your equals, because we are, and just have that in mind always. Have us as an integral part of our organization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Tijana.
Thank you, Maria. Greetings, everyone, from me as well. I'm Tijana Ristic. I am past president of Rotaract Club Belgrade Metropolitan, and from 2 weeks ago, I'm actually a dual member. I became a member of Rotary Club of Belgrade International as well. I'm mentioning this because I think it's important to highlight that we do want to move from Rotaract to Rotary. Canceling that upper age limit didn't do much. You know, most of Rotaractors, if they're university-based clubs, are there while they're studying, and after that they're chasing their careers, they're building families, and they don't just have time for that. But there is a lot of Rotaractors who are actually very passionate about Rotary and want to stay here, but they're disencouraged. Most of the time we talk about the huge age gap, which doesn't have to be an issue. I was lucky to find the club where I think I belong, which is very young. The age average is something around 40 years old, which is very rare in Rotary. But I want to share my personal experience to actually explain that the age gap doesn't have to be a barrier. 5 years ago, I became a member of the Rotary Action Group for Peace. And I was invited by their public image committee to help with social media, to get the insight from youth, to learn how to approach young people. 2 years ago, I was told that I am being nominated to become a director on the board for the Rotary Action Group for Peace. And I became the youth director. The second youngest person after me was more than twice my age. Now, a year and a half ago, I was nominated to become chair of the Rotary Action Group for Peace by the eldest person on the board of directors, who is almost 80 years old. So we just have to give space, and I'm saying we because I'm a Rotarian now as well. We need to give them opportunity. We need to listen to them, and as everyone before me said, we need to respect them. We need to finally understand that we are not sponsors of Rotaract anymore. We are partners. We need to change that attitude, and I think that needs to start from the top, and this is why I'm looking here, because 2 months ago, I was so frustrated because I was approached by a Rotaractor who wants to charter a new club, and on the application, you still, 2 years after we became partners, you need to list a sponsor club on the official application. We need to change our attitude, we need to listen, and we need to treat everyone as equal. And I want to just briefly give another example on how both sides can benefit. I don't know, I think he left the room, but our past district governor, Nikola Božić, in the Imagine Rotary year, decided to appoint a Rotaractor to be an assistant governor. This is another example, a very good example on how to actually bridge that gap we have. You give a young person opportunity and responsibility, you give them a leadership position, let them learn and develop themselves, but make your job easier because you develop a relationship with Rotaract. Work with them, encourage them, and open your arms. I tell Rotaractors to be boring and to never give up and to keep approaching Rotary, but let us do that. Give us space to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Tijana. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now the floor is again to our Christos.
Really, I'm impressed with your presentations. And what the Rotary International Survey shows that the young people are mainly interested in developing their careers in addition to their Rotaract life. So how we can facilitate their life in this direction? It is coaching and mentoring. Mentoring is easy because we have in our clubs a lot of professionals and they can mentor, they can teach in their professions, being engineering, doctors, whatever, but also they can mentor them in this not very friendly business environment. Coaching is when you focus a little bit more in a certain place. In 2482 district, we have a very great experience with podcast, and the more than 50 young Interact and Rotaractors attended, and they were very happy how to prepare the speech, deliver the speech, how they can perform in front of the camera. So the other thing is, of course, the Learning Center. I would encourage everybody to go in the Learning Center, Rotary Learning Center. It's great in 2482 again. To facilitate this process, we translated it in Bulgarian. Also, global events, we should facilitate them. All the young people to attend. Raila, I was impressed that Raila was was held, such shiny faces, solving such great solutions, giving such great solutions to problems. It was really unbelievable, and what you can see how smile and how they look for the next trial seminar. Also, of course, recognition and celebration, it is important. For example, again, last year in our district, we appointed Rotaractors to be head of committees, international committee and IT committee. They did a great job. You know, it is, the learning is two ways. We are learning. I had created a kind of a successful businesses, but I'm a little bit out of fashion already in data, in communication. So it is a two-way learning curve. So here we share a lot of ideas like tailoring projects, helping professional development, flexible club, low-cost participation, and a lot, but much more than this, like Frank Sinatra sings in a song. We have to be friends. The friendship is the core of our life, Rotarian life. Thank you.
Thank you, Christos. And before finishing, and having heard so interesting things from our colleagues here, I would like to say a few things, who they are, our colleagues, starting from Christos.
The oldest.
Yes, Christo.
Yes, the oldest.
No, I am the oldest, sorry. I go like that, you see. So Christos is a member of Rotary Club Sofia since 1995. He has served in all positions as chair of committees, assistant district governor, and last year he was district governor. And now he is ARC, assistant Rotary coordinator, 2482. He has a master's degree in mechanical engineering and finance, and his professional career was assistant professor in the Technical University, Deputy Minister of Economy of Bulgaria, and founder and CEO of financial engineering companies. Now I continue with Strahinia. Strahinia is a member, charter president of a Rotaract Club Belgrade Global, and the youngest president of the club, the Rotary Club Belgrade Čukarica. Correct? Okay. And next one is our wait a minute, Mina. Mina is a past president Rotaract Club Beograd, past DRR, a member of Rotaract since 2009, past president Rotaract Club of Global Peace and Leadership, and a charter member of this club. Professionally, she is a medical doctor, works at National Cancer Institute in Belgrade, Serbia. Next one is our friend Diana. Rotary Action Group for Peace Chair-elect. Rotary Positive Peace Activator. Rotary Action Group for Peace Youth Director. Rotary Club of Belgrade International. Past President, Rotaract Club of Belgrade Metropolitan. Already a lot of important positions. And the last one of our group is Anna. Anna is a dedicated, passionate leader with 7 years of experience as a member of Rotaract. She joined in 2017. She is 24 years old, and she currently serves as the district representative for Bulgaria. Her mission is to inspire and empower the next generation of leaders through impactful projects and innovative collaborations. And myself, Maria, I'm in Rotary since 2010, twice assistant governor, twice district secretary, served in all club positions, and since last year I'm RPIC in Zone 21B. Professionally, I was for 30 years factory manager in the biggest food industry in the world, Nestlé, and the last 5 year HR manager for Greece and Balkans. So these are our group. Thank you very, very much. And really, you
Thank
were
you.
great.
Thank you.
You were great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Maria.
Thank you, Maria, for moderating this. Ooh, wasn't it intensive, huh? It's always like that with Rotaractors. Full of energy, always with Rotaractors. Let's keep them, they are our future. Now we are approaching the last session, and this is round table conversation. So you can see the 4 tables from each side of the room. Please pick your topic. You will have the facilitator there, and the moderator is Lorenzo Chazapis from District 2475. So you have 40 minutes for discussion, and then 40 minutes for presenting conclusions. That means approximately 5 minutes for each table. Lorenzo, welcome.
Good afternoon. We will be, for the next 45 minutes, discussing about different issues. Please, the Rotarians that they want to discuss DEI in Rotary with the moderators ARC, Gaia Binark and Ivan Miskulin are on your right. The table is on your right. And then we have expand our reach with ARC Ersebet Kovasnia Gila and PDG Aidao Zeren, which is the table is on your left.
12 years, we have the new system of visual identity, but still we have in our districts clubs that use the old Rotary logos. We need to use outside communications with the communities, especially during implementation of the club projects. We need to attract speakers that can reach these communities. Also, we need to involve youth. We need to involve young Rotary members to the district businesses, because young members close to digitalizations, close to social media, and they can help us for public image. And finally, we need to continue our work with our zone video competition. It's an early great tool to enhance our public image in our zone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, next is regional adaptability.
Well, hello again. As you heard, we were discussing regional adaptability, which we would definitely say is a future topic for Rotary, although Rotary International is already working on it. We just learned that there is a pilot program working on regional adaptability, and that we will have the results of this program in years to come. The duration of program is about 8 years. So in terms of that, firstly, we discussed what regional adaptability is and why we need it. We came to the conclusion that we all agree that we really need to change in order to grow our membership, in order to have greater funding, and just to do better cause in the world. We were discussing about structures that needs to change. We had a great example coming from Bulgaria, where the current district governor invented something that they called regional assemblies. So their change is starting from bottom to the top. So basically, before the national assemblies, where the representative of the whole country connects, they have those regional assemblies where a smaller amount of people come to discuss topics that are relevant for us. So that's why we have a thing that we want to establish regional adaptability committees. We were talking about decentralization, which should be very important for Rotary organization, flexibility, and finally, yeah, those would be the main points that we discussed. Let me see if I... No, that would be it for now. Thank you.
So next is planning on a long term.
Actually, it was so it was a great pleasure to work with our team, Hungary, Slovakia and Czech Republic, Slovenia and Ukraine. We are talking about long-term planning. And oh my God, they have no strategic plan for 3 years. So Ukraine, on our table during our discussion, was like an advisor, because from one side, Czech Republic and Slovakia, it was the traditional view how district governor-elect, district governor nominee in the future, they will be serving and planning for this period. From another side, it was very young and new ideas. How will Hungary maybe next year with the help of the DGE implement some new technological thinking and ideas, and the 3-year plan, maybe 3-year plan, it will be this strategic and long term. So I hope together with District Governor Alexandrov, we were the advisor of long long planning in our group, and it will be the new strategic leaders, the new champions in the nearest future. Thank you.
Now, thank you. Now, it's adapting a changing world.
Good afternoon to everyone. And our topic was adapting in a changing world, and our participants was me from Turkey, and Faisal from Bahrain, and Harriet from Netherlands, Zoran from Serbia, Ivan from Croatia, and Yashar from Turkey, and Gaia from Turkey. And the roundtable discussion on adapting in a changing world brought together diverse participants to explore how individuals and organizations can thrive constant change. The discussion focused on key themes such as growth mindset, and well, we couldn't discuss all of them, of course, and the continuous learning, problem-solving skills, positive attitude. So if you come to the subtopics, the growth mindset, participants emphasize the importance of growth mindset in embracing challenges and learning from failures. It was noted that fostering a culture that encourages continuous improvement and innovation in crucial for adaptation. And adaptability on flexibility, the ability to adapt to new situations and remain flexible in the face of uncertainty was seen as essential. Participants shared experiences of how adaptability has helped them pivot and succeed in a dynamic environments. Another subtopic was continuous learning. Lifelong learning was underscored as a critical component of adaptation. Participants advocated for ongoing education and skill developments to stay relevant in a rapidly evolving world. Another issue was about problem-solving skills. Effective problem-solving was recognized as a cornerstone of adaptation. The discussion covered techniques for identifying problems, generating solutions, and implementing changes efficiently. And the last issue was about positive attitude. Maintaining a positive attitude was deemed important for motivating and perseverance. Participants noted that optimism can inspire others and create a supportive environment for change. As a conclusion, the roundtable discussion provided valuable insights into the various aspects of adapting in a changing world. Participants agreed that cultivating these skills and mindset is crucial for personal and organizational success. The exchange of ideas and experiences highlighted the collective wisdom and resilience of the group, fostering a sense of community and shared purposes. Thank you.
Okay, let's also have, which is now, expand our reach.
Hi, Julia. Yesterday.
Hi.
Hi. You are a Rotarian, right?
Yes, I am. I've been for 10 years.
Wow. I have been yesterday in my golf club, and I spoke to somebody, and I said, "Oh, Rotary is doing so much good things." And I thought about it, and I said, "I want to be a Rotarian."
Oh, that's great. That's great. What can I do for you?
Yeah. How can I get to be a Rotarian? Can you really advise me?
Well, that's good news, good news. I'm very happy. But perhaps I'm not the best person to help you. Let me see. Yes, we have a membership chair. Next time when we visit our meeting, I will tell her that you are interested in being a Rotary member. Perhaps she will send you a 20-page long application form, and you have to fill it correctly, and then when you send it back to the email address, we will see what to do. I'm giving you the email address.
Okay. Really?
So, do you think this is the best way to reach or expand? No, no. Why? Because I've lost him and Rotary lost him. Ralph, what is successful reaching, in your opinion? What shall we do to reach more people, new applicants, new supporters?
So we talked about that in our round, and we were very sure that we should use all channels. Everything what comes to our mind, we should use. And for sure, one of the easiest way is every Rotarian of a club should be an ambassador of Rotary. So I guess every possibilities. For example, we talked about having maybe the same idea, same hobby, same challenges, and being in the same company. And you are already knowing that I'm talking about different clubs we have now as a possibility. And I guess it's one of the good possibilities, right, Julia?
Yes, and we agreed that having a good strategy to reach more people is very essential for a district and for clubs as well.
Absolutely. So our message is really, as a governor, for sure, you have to convince your presidents, because at the end, the clubs are independent. So we have to convince them to make that as a strategy for their future, and they have to think about how to expand and how to bring good new members into the club. That's correct?
Let's say yes, and think for what type of groups can we reach easily. Just think for the exchange students or early act parents, interact parents, and there are more groups around us that is easy for us to reach them. Just we have to step.
Absolutely. So we invite everybody to think about that and to expand our reach. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want a piece of paper with the main points.
Okay.
And finally, we have the young leaders in action.
Hi everyone. So I would like to start that our group had Serbians, Bulgarians, Greeks and Romanians. So basically only the Balkans want better and youth for Rotarians, I guess. All jokes aside, the first thing we noticed, actually our moderator Kostas noticed, is where is everyone? Because I think we can all agree that youth is our future and the future of our organization. So, how can we understand our youth and our young leaders? Trust me, it's very easy. Don't talk to them, listen to them. Listen to their ideas, approach them with respect, and approach them with, how can we say this, less of a age gap, less of a higher position than a authoritarian position. So what we also discussed were the many benefits and roles that we can attract young leaders, and we noticed that we already have all the infrastructure for that through My Rotary and education, through our own Rotarians as great experts in different fields, so we're covered from that. But we always face challenges. The biggest one everyone mentions is the age gap. Trust me, if you address someone with respect and with friendship intentions, you will get them on their side. From my own experience as a Rotaractor and a new member of Rotary, our club always addressed us with respect, like partners, and that's why we have 5 dual members already and even more coming. When you get also young people, we always think they should come to us. No, as the sketch was just before us, thank you for that, they shown how we need to, not just people approaching us, we need to approach them. When you see somebody donating blood with you, you should approach him. When you see somebody who has our ideals and the ideals of our organization, you should approach him. You should try to befriend him, tell him about Rotary. Our biggest assets is our word of mouth. We all are ambassadors for Rotary as Rotarians. And that's how we think is the biggest thing we can attract young people. Also, have in mind that young people are not as financially stable. So maybe we can make changes to them. A good step is the program Rotary, Rotaract dual membership, but not everyone starts from Rotaract. And we do need to attract younger people, not just from Rotaract, but outside. Also, we found a case study that we as Rotarians, if we show them respect, if we show them that they can grow from our organization, we will thrive. Thank you again.
Sorry, it's not the final team. We have also the team of DEI. Please.
Hello. Our topic is Rotary and DEI. So we shared the table with adapting in a changing world. Thanks to them for their contribution. What we discuss Rotary in DEI as how does Rotary embrace DEI today? Before starting our discussion, we distributed Rotary's DEI statement to everybody on the table in order to remember the statement and to be on the same ground. And we started discussing on women in Rotary, women in leadership roles, young people, and people with disabilities, people with different backgrounds, and we mostly talk about club flexibility and the role of cost-based clubs supporting DEI. My friend Ivan will talk about our findings.
Thank you, Gaia. We have interesting conclusions, and first of all, we started with gender roles. So, as normal Rotary Club needs to be accessible for all genders, and still we can conclude there are a lot of clubs that are only gentlemen clubs. But DEI in action can and doing a good thing in promoting ladies in leadership roles. So we already have presidents, directors who are ladies. Also, another idea that cost-based cause-based clubs are really good in promoting DEI idea by definition through their own initiatives. So we need to have more and more cause-based clubs. Also, we need to do more initiatives for cooperation of organizations who are doing with the people with disabilities. So to open up also for this special subpopulation in our countries. And DI should raise awareness for accessibility to be able to participate in club meetings. So if you don't have opportunity and accessibility for disabled, they won't come to your club meeting. So you cannot attract these persons. And Rotaract, one of the conclusions that Rotaract is feeling is they are not included in Rotary in sense they are all equal, and we need to treat Rotaract more equal in any way. And the biggest problem between Rotaract and conversion rate to Rotary is age gap. So we need to have better communication, especially with mentoring Rotary clubs and Rotary clubs, and use more of social media to attract young people. They public image team already concluded also, but we are on the same track with them. And start looking for the people of different cultures to open up and think about who is living in our cities and has different background and different culture, and include them in activities of your club. Also, club flexibility and formality is not attractive for young professionals, so we need to utilize new club types and offer much more possibilities for people who don't have enough time or other resources. Thank you.
Thank you. We have finished. Thank you for your passion.
Thank you, Lorenzo. So this is the end of our morning sessions. Thank you very much for your time, your energy and efforts. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. I think that this regional update was very successful. Thank you all. I would like to inform you that there is an invitation for inter-country committee meeting at 3:30 p.m. today, if you like. It's in the room called Danube on this level. So I suppose that you are hungry, which is not a big problem because lunch is served on a lobby level. Enjoy your lunch and be aware that there is an official opening ceremony at 6 p.m. So I'm kindly asking you to be here 10 minutes before. Thank you very much.